Great news for Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man fans. Recent reports suggest that Sony has big plans for him, not only in their Spider-Man universe with the Venom storyline, but potentially in the Marvel Cinematic Universe (MCU) as well. There's even speculation that Garfield's Spider-Man could continue in the MCU post-Avengers Secret Wars. Tom Holland's Spider-Man is set to stay in the MCU after Avengers Secret Wars, and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is rumored to play a significant role in the Secret Wars story. This hints at an eventual crossover between Sony and Marvel, possibly in Avengers Secret Wars. Sony seems to have an outline of their plan, and the anticipation is building for an exciting crossover event. Now, the unfortunate news is that we missed the chance to see Andrew Garfield in a 2024 movie, specifically Madam Web, which some skeptics believe may not have been great. Nevertheless, the bigger picture reveals a promising future for Spider-Man fans with potential crossovers and significant developments in the works. Rather than having Andrew Garfield appear in a movie that might follow the pattern of other Sony Spider-Verse films, it seems Sony is holding out for a better opportunity. The news, shared by insider Jeff Snyder on the Hot Mic podcast, reveals that Sony initially wanted Garfield for the role of Spider-Man in the Madam Web movie. However, plans changed to Tom Holland, and due to a timeline error, they had to reshoot and remove all references to Spider-Man for a specific year. This development, with Sony initially wanting Garfield and then switching to Holland, raises interesting points. It reflects a potential lack of a well-thought-out plan by Sony, reminiscent of their handling of previous Spider-Man films. Additionally, it's noteworthy that Sony originally wanted Tom Holland in the Venom film, but Marvel Studios opposed it to avoid confusing the universes. However, recent collaborations between Marvel Studios and Sony suggest improved cooperation, as contracts can be renewed. Overall, it appears Sony is aiming for a strategic and impactful introduction of Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, possibly in Venom, rather than settling for a smaller role in a less promising movie. We're aware that there's a new contract in place, and Tom Holland has recently signed on, making future collaborations likely. It's intriguing, though, that Sony initially wanted Tom Holland instead of Andrew Garfield, especially considering the apparent focus on Garfield in the Sony Spider-Man universe. Looking ahead, Sony and Marvel Studios have clear intentions to cross over, as evidenced by the post-credit scenes in Venom, Let There Be Carnage, and Spider-Man: No Way Home. Initially thought to be about introducing the Venom symbiote to the MCU, insiders reveal there's more to it. Marvel Studios could have incorporated the symbiote without a universe crossover, but the collaboration serves Sony's interest in securing a share of the action. Given Sony's ownership of both Spider-Man and Venom rights, their collaboration with the MCU ensures legal involvement. The arrangement echoes the successful collaboration with Spider-Man in the MCU, where Kevin Feige persuaded Amy Pascal to let Marvel Studios handle it better. The same approach is expected with Venom, as confirmed by the post-credit scenes. The Morbius post-credit scene, along with the Spider-Man reference, underscores Sony's independent plan to integrate their Spider-Man into their Spider-Man universe. So, it seems like the plan is to bring back Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man for the long term, especially in the context of the Madam Web movie, which is believed to kickstart the multiverse in the Sony Spider-Man universe. The soft reboot mentioned implies that post-reboot, everyone will be well aware of the multiverse, making multiverse travel commonplace. This opens up possibilities for crossovers, allowing Spider-Man variants, like Tom Holland's MCU version, to move between universes. The soft reboot also aligns with the idea of a Spider-Gone storyline, where different Spider-Man variants come together in a live-action movie. This aligns with the growing belief that Sony is setting up a big crossover event. The Madam Web movie, set in, has fueled speculation about involving Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man as the timeline fits, unlike Andrew Garfield's or Tom Holland's versions. Despite initial plans for Tom Holland, the timeline constraints may lead to Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man making an appearance. The key is the significant event that brought Venom into the MCU, indicating a shared event in both the Sony Spider-Verse and the MCU, setting the stage for a big crossover. With all this exciting news, fans hope that the execution lives up to expectations, doing justice to the beloved characters. Fingers crossed for an epic and satisfying Spider-Man crossover experience. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments down below. What do you think of this news? And if you have any theories, be sure to let us know. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Stay up to date on the MCU and Sony Spider-Verse. And if you subscribe and leave a comment,